Wow, that was a pain in the tail. Whew, okay. It's taken me on and off 3 days, but we got there. So, looks like we're back up and running again, which is nice. Um, I completely redid my desk setup so that we could actually play some games on the channel again. Because I haven't been able to play any tabletop games because everything was just, frankly, way too messy. Way too messy to be able to set up to do this. And I needed to swap to a new laptop um, because mine kept randomly crashing. So I didn't want to start a game and then have it randomly crash as I tried to switch inputs and stuff. Because the other laptop kept crashing whenever I tried to use my nice close camera. This guy, the guy can like move around and get all the cool shots of like the game and stuff as we play. That guy, it kept crashing on him, which is a real shame. So it looks like we're good. All set up on the new laptop and stuff. Make sure this camera is being cool. There we go. Okay, yeah, she's being cool. All right, so there's my little wizard. Whoa, 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 wizard. She's having a little bit of trouble focusing, but we'll see. We'll see. Are you having troubles, Cam? There we go. All right, that's what I expect right there. Figured your shit out. Good job. Okay, so what are we gonna get up to today? Well, I went through all this hassle, and now I don't really have the energy to play a game, but I feel like I have to, so I'm going to. um, so yeah, so we're gonna play some Age of Fantasy Skirmish, Fantasy Quest. We're gonna play it on my new Dungeons and Lasers Caves terrain that I put together here. So I've got it, um, a whole bunch of it assembled, painted up, and ready to play on, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna be able to go down like in a cave and fight some baddies, and yeah, it's pretty cool. This terrain is super dope, by the way. I cannot recommend it enough. Um, the set is fantastic. You get a metric ton of it. It's very easy to paint. Like I could do so much more in painting it, but like I think it's pretty dope as is. Really just good stuff. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. So yeah, so we're gonna go on a little dungeon crawl today. Um, I think that should be pretty fun. So let's go over and check out the Fantasy Quest website. Bonk. There we go. I think I should be seeing that now. I had to reset up the Stream Deck. I had to reset up all my streaming software, all my accounts. Oh my god, it was such a giant pain in the tail. I was like, oh, it'll only take me 20 minutes to set up the software. No, I've been fucking going at it for 2 hours now to get everything set up. This includes fighting with One Page's Rules Army Forge because they were being a pain, and I still don't understand that error. But we'll ignore it for now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go on a little dungeon crawl here. I'm probably not gonna start a full campaign with like the rolling and all that. We're just gonna play through, have some fun with the rules. Haven't done that in a while. Just sounds like a good time, you know? So, I've got my wizard. He's going to be my only hero. I am going to take some other characters with me, but they're just going to kind of be mooks. One of the things I think I really want out of these fantasy games is the ability, or out of these quest games, is the ability to take like foot troops, right? Like characters that aren't a character, right? They're just sort of like support, like henchmen, essentially, I think is what I really want. So we're going to take a couple henchmen with us. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some standard army profiles for them and then just bump them up to 3 wounds each. I think that should work pretty good. It should basically mean I'm running 2 heroes because the standard quest hero has 9 wounds. So should basically mean I'm running 2 heroes, so it should be pretty good. All right, so we're gonna take my wizard, my wizard here. We're gonna take him with us. No, I don't want to edit him. I wanted to select him. All right, start a new mission. Start a solo mission. Difficulty 1. Yes. I want my hero. I don't care. And we're gonna fight some vampiric undead. I will say when their software works, which is like 99.99% of the time, it works fantastically. They really do have the best coded app in wargaming, hands down by like a country fucking mile. I was just making my own goal list this morning because I kind of wanted a little more variation in my goals than what they have in their official list. And I just kept running into some weird balancing error. I don't know what it was. Couldn't figure it out. So and then I got frustrated with it and was like, screw it, I'll just use the standard one. So we're gonna go ahead and we are going to start ourselves off with some vampiric undead. Now I've gone ahead and I filled this out with some of the models I have, not everything. So I just picked some to try out and we'll see what we get. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to generate a wave, and these are going to be our initial starting guys. It spawned me 3 zombies. Okay. Give me another wave. Okay. You know what? Give me another one. Okay. It spawned me. Oh, I think because it only thinks I have the one guy. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Um. Hmm. I guess I can go through and pick my own too, huh? All right. You know what? We'll do 2 groups of zombies, and I'm gonna spawn a wolf too. There we go. All right. Um. Yeah. We'll do that. That should work pretty good. Okay. Let me grab those, and then we'll be back. The zombies come in groups of 3, and the wolf is just by itself. So let me remember how to place these around. Let me actually go and pull up the Fantasy Quest rules again, because I know I will forget stuff. Um, so let me do that real quick. Because I haven't played a game in a while, to be completely honest, which is kind of a shame. Um, Part of it was just this my setup just not working super good for it because everything was just so messy. It was really hard to kind of get set up for a game. So yeah. All right, so let's see. I've got the campaign roles here, and I've got the standard roles here. We'll switch over to that again so you guys can see it. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay. AI activations. Alright. Morale. I don't remember the morale. Whether they get shaken. Alright, so we're gonna basically have to play like I don't remember any of this. So that's fine. Okay, so first off we need to pick a primary objective. So let's do a roll for primary objective. Well, that's a problem with getting cleaned up. You put things away and you don't know where they went. I don't know where I put my dice box. One second. Oh, there it is. Ah, put it somewhere logical. Totally forgot about it. Nice thing is I actually should have room for a dice tray on this with this like kind of cave stuff, so that should be pretty cool. All right, let's see. We got some dice. Okay, let's roll. See what we get. We're gonna roll for our primary objective first. Um, all right. Survey says. Number two. What is number two? Number two is target defense. Place one objective marker randomly at the center of the table, quarter of the center of the table, which counts as AI goal. Heroes may use a skill action within 1 inch of the target to take a strength test. It passes at the end of each round. If any hero is within 3 inches of the marker while enemies aren't, then it is seized and gets 1 token. The objective is completed once the marker has 6x tokens, where X is the chosen difficulty level. Oof. That's going to be hard. Okay. Uh. Okay, we can do that. Let's find something to be our defense marker. All right. So what we're going to do, this guy here with the satchel, he's going to be our defense marker. And we're going to be defending him as he goes around and loots. I think that's kind of fun. Yeah, and maybe we'll like randomly roll and he'll move through the dungeon. I think that's a pretty cool idea. All right, so we're going to be defending that guy as he goes around and loots this undead dungeon. He's going to start here, and then we're going to need to place our zombies around. I kind of have like 2 spawn points here on the board. I kind of want to use those, and then we'll spawn the zombies at those. And then what we'll do is we'll put the wolf somewhere random. We'll put these zombies over here. And then we'll say, yeah, it's a little weird. 3 up, wolf goes over here. Or 4 up, wolf goes over here. Less, it goes over here. Got a 5. All right, wolf's going to that corner. Okay, and then we're all set up. So since the wolf spawned over there, we're going to spawn our characters over in this one. Over here is going to be our entry point for my guy and his foot troops. Okay, so the foot troops, what I did was I just made a generic list here, and this is for fantasy skirmish, so they're not going to have like strength and stuff, so I'm just going to say they're all 5, because I think that makes sense to me. So they're all 5, 5 strength, 6 dexterity, 6 willpower. Or no, we'll say the archer's 6 strength, like that, right? We'll do stats that make sense, kind of as they come up. But I went ahead and I just did this, kind of trying to figure out which one I kind of liked, right? So I think we'll take the longbowman, and I think we will take, let's see, we'll take a man-at-arms, and we'll take a foot knight. That's what we'll do. We'll say we have a longbowman, a foot knight, and a man-at-arms. So we can go ahead and we will collapse the others, because these are not going to be in our party today. And eventually I'd like to make a custom list for kind of all these special characters, but for today, because we had to set up so much other stuff, that's what we'll run. Okay, back at it. All right, we have our objective. It's protecting the guy with the beard. As he goes around and loots. And yeah, we should be good with that. So with that, we are pretty much set. So I think we always go first if memory strikes. Primary objective, blah blah blah. Okay. Preparation, the party, playing the game, activation. Heroes take one action plus one skill action and may suffer 2 stress to take an additional skill action. Okay, we got that. One of the things they can do is rest. Alright. Okay, so they can rest, they can hold, they can advance, they can rush, they can charge, and uh, they can skill. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Um, so what we're gonna do, uh, hmm, I just have to get used to I gotta get used to the one-page rules terminology again, because like I said, it's been a while since I played. Alright, so there's our homies there in the corner, and our guy. Hello! How's it? We're, after much hassle, we are set up to play some games, finally. Oh my god. It's been a challenge, but we got there. New laptop setup, new streaming setup, desk all cleaned, and we are good to go. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and activate a guy. Um, so do we activate all the enemies at once? No, we go back and forth, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so I'm actually gonna go ahead first and I'm gonna activate our, I think, I don't know who your wrong is, but be cool if they sell stuff. I don't know, man. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna activate our guy with the great weapon. And he's gonna move over to our looting buddy over there, because he should have a 6-inch move, and that was easily within 6 inches. Yeah. So he's gonna move over to our looting buddy, and he's gonna try using a skill action. So what this is gonna be is he's gonna try to help this guy loot. Our main objective is to get 6 markers of loot onto this guy. Um, and I'm gonna say he's gonna try to accumulate one as well every turn, because he's also out here looting, but we're gonna try to help him loot. So our guy over here is gonna try to help him loot, and he's gonna help him loot on a 5+. So we need a 5 up, and our homie will pull some loot. Huzzah! We got a 6. Okay, nice. I'll take it. Alright, so this, let's see, what dice do we want to use for the loot token? We'll use this big, chunky ass red dice as the loot token, so it's always easy to say. Alright, so there he goes. Now we get to move an enemy, which I believe we picked the one closest, which is going to be these guys back here in the corner. It's going to be our zombies over there. Can we see them with this? Yeah, we can. Okay. Sorry, having to move everything around was a real pain in the tail, and it meant that I had to move all the cameras and everything. So there we go. There's our 3 zombies there in the corner. They're going to inherently always move towards our loot guy, right? So what we need to do is we need to check their movement because they're zombies. So I'm betting it's lower than normal. So I'm just going to go back to the really nice Army Forge page here, right? And we can go ahead and we can see they're slow and they are undead. What does undead do? Whenever a unit with most models rolls a morale test, wounds. Okay, so they get a weird morale test. All right. And they move only 4 inches. Okay. So they're trying to go to our homie. So we don't want that. So that they're going to move 4 inches. And they're just going to kind of shamble this way. That's what they're going to kind of do. And now that they can actually see him, they can start to charge next turn. Alright, so there they go. Just shambling their way downtown. Making my way downtown. Alright, back to me then. Let's see. I think we will advance with the archer, which means she gets to move. And if she can move enough, she can shoot. Is she going to be able to move enough? Maybe. Yeah, she'd have to shoot through her friends. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Um, so, hmm. Honestly, we might just move her to try to intercept the other group. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Because she can't get to those zombies. So we're going to move her. Actually, you know what? We might not actually move her. We're going to move the other man-at-arms. Or the other knight guy I've got. And he's going to move up as well. And try to help his friend loot real quick. See if he can get some goods. He rolled a 2, so he's getting shit. Alright. Our next group of zombies is going to inherently move towards the marker as well. They're going to do their 4. They're kind of whoosh down here. Nope, that's not them. There they are. There's our zombie buddies right there. Nope. There they are. Alright, right there. They're just going to move their 4 inches. And this is why I was like, maybe I won't move the archer because then she should be able to hit them next turn. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Just shambling downtown. There they go. And then, you know what? The archer's going to go ahead and move. And she's going to do an advance so she can shoot. And she's got a bow. Let me look at her rolls. Survey says longbowman. She's got 1 attack. That kind of sucks. Okay. Yeah, quality 5, 1 attack. I was hoping that would be a little better. It's not. All right. Survey says, what do we got? 6. Okay, so she's gonna go ahead and hit the zombies with 1 arrow. Do the zombies have any kind of special save or anything? Let's go look. They have that undead, so let's look at that roll. Morale test calls it to be shaken around if the test is passed instead. Then roll as many dice as the number of wounds it would take to check for wound effects. And for the result of 1 to 3, the unit takes 1 wound. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so they don't have anything special. They've got a quality of 6, so they need to roll a 6, which they don't, and she shoots one of them dead. Just take the one off the front. Alright, first casualty for the bad guys, so that's probably good. Okay. Alright. Oh. We're back here to our buddies there. Uh, hmm. So my mage guy has a hand weapon, and he's got some spells. So I think we're going to have him move up into the shuffle of people, and then we're going to have him use some spells. So he's going to have 6 inches move. So he's going to squeeze up right behind this guy here. And then we're going to go look at his spells, I think. Because I think we might be able to do something pretty cool with that. Alright, let's see. Okay, so he is technically a druid. And he's going to get 1 spell token. So let's go ahead and give him that. We'll use this big chunk of dice for that. I guess he can only have 6, so we can't use the chunky dice. I want it to be special dice. Alright, we'll use that and give him this like weird black skull dice from Necromunda. Alright, that's gonna be his spell tokens. What can he do? He can do a druidic trap. He can do bark skin, fog cloud, or he could do wild form or fireball. It's kind of cool. Now, do I remember how to cast spells in this game? I remember it's a skill test of some kind, based on quality, if I remember right. What is Druidic Trap? Once per game, when activated, the area within 3 inches of the hero counts as dangerous terrain for enemy units until the end of the round. It's kind of neat. Not very useful right now. So I think what we'll do is we will just go ahead and we'll try out a fireball, I think. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so that's one guy. Oh, I actually can't see anybody. Oh, okay. It just occurred to me I can't see anybody. Getting used to this terrain. Yeah, because see my that's the wolf. Yeah, so the zombies are here. My dude is here. He can't really see them because this in theory would all be wall. It's just open because I don't want to enclose everything in walls. I kind of like the like half wall look. I think that looks pretty cool to be honest. So, yeah. There we go. That might be a little bit better. All right. Okay. So he can't do anything. So I guess he'll try to help loot. So my guy's not very strong though, so he's gonna need a 6, which he doesn't get. Okay. Okay, so that's gonna leave the wolf as the last enemy. And our friend the wolf he's got a lot of movement. Um, okay, so he's gonna actually move 8 inches. And if we had him rush, we could probably get him really close. But we're just gonna do our little move. And boink. There he goes. And now he can see people. Okay, Mr. Camera, come on. Why are you having troubles? What is this? What is this blurry nonsense you doing? No, I don't like this. Come on. You're my close-up camera. Why are you having trouble? Your lens dirty? Doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe that was it. It is behaving much better now. Okay, good, good. Maybe it was dirty. There was a piece of hair or something on it. Okay, cool. That's much nicer. All right, so that's going to be the end of our turn 1. So we're going to go ahead and roll and see what the thing goes up by. In this case, the alertness, I believe, only goes up by 1. If I remember right, let me double check. So what you do is at the end of every round, you roll a dice, and that determines the alertness. Once the alertness hits a certain level, it spawns more soldiers on you. So in this case, we are only increasing it by 1 because you roll that dice and what it does is if you roll a 6, it actually goes up by 2. There's other modifiers as well, like if it's the last round in a campaign, etc., etc. But okay, so that's gonna put us over to our second round. We don't have special events or anything running just because I have enough rules for my first time gaming and God, 6 months. I think the last thing I played was Fantasy Quest, I think on the channel, on the Necromunda terrain. That looked really cool, but actually was really kind of a pain to play in and very obnoxious to film on. Um, it looked really freaking cool though, but it was really obnoxious. This is much nicer to film on because it's only half walls and like you get enough idea that it's tunnels. I kind of like that, right? Okay, so over to us. We've got some baddies coming in. There's a wolf and some zombies coming in at our guy. Oh, we need to do a random direction for this guy because he's gonna move. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna move that way. Shit. Okay. I guess he really he can't get within 1 inch, so I guess he really wants to go over here, and then we'll see if he loots. On a 5 up, he loots. He does not. Okay. Well, that complicates matters. Because I mean, really, if this is really like a defense mission, he should have a life bar. So we will say that he can be attack and be attacked, but he won't attack himself. Um, like he will not try to attack the enemies. He is trying to loot instead. But we'll say he has a life bar, and if he dies, I lose. So, how many wounds should we give him? 3? 9? We'll see. We'll see how much damage he takes. Okay, well, he moved into a very unfortunate place. So I need to do something about that. Um, to do that, I think we're gonna have our guy with the great weapon here charge his way into the wolf. Huzzah! And our great weapon homie, he has a heavy hand weapon. Oh wait, no, is that the right one? I want him to have a great weapon. Ah, yeah, okay. Sorry, I collapsed the wrong one. Okay, attack 1, AP 2. And he is going to have 1 impact dice. Oh, I guess this quest knight that I'm using is supposed to be mounted on a horse. Just so you guys can see what I'm looking at. I guess this guy's supposed to be mounted on a horse. Alright, we're going to say he's not going to get that impact dice, but he's going to get the attack 1, AP 2. Yeah, we'll give him the 4 plus quality. We'll say he's a big, fancy badass. Okay. Whoosh. There he is, going into the wolf there. We need 4 up. Alright, hits. AP2 for Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf, I'm betting, has a 5 defense. Which he does, which means he can only save this on a 6. So AP2 is gonna... Oh, rolled a 2. Alright, Mr. Wolf's gonna take a damage. Ka-chunk! I'm pretty sure Mr. Wolf has 3 wounds, so... It's kind of how the creatures in one-page rules go. They seem to go like 1, 3, 6, 9, like that, so... Okay, alright, so we took a chunk out of Mr. Wolf. He's gonna get moved back. out of combat. The guy just kind of ran over and smacked him. Um, and you know what? I imagine Mr. Wolf is not very happy about that. Oh wait, does Mr. Wolf get to attack back? In one-page rules? Hold on, hold on. Does he get to attack back? Charging models must move into base contact or as close as possible. See the same. Models within 2 inches. Okay, 4 inches. Blah, 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 blah. Then defenders must strike back. And if neither unit is killed. Okay, so he does get to strike back. That's right. I forgot that was in this game. That's nice. Um, it's shooting that they don't get to do anything back to you. Because melee is, in theory, more damaging. Okay, so Mr. Wolf's gonna bite us back then, I guess. He is a fucking monster, apparently. And he has Vicious Bite with 6 attacks. Wow. Okay. Uh, ouch. First off. Second off, I gotta pull a bunch of dice out for that. Wow. 6 attacks. Okay. Uh, 6 attacks, I think hitting on a 5. Is he a 5 or a 4? Yeah, he's a 5. Okay. All right. 2 hits going into our buddy. Does he save them? I think he's a 4 up defense. Does not save either of them. So he takes 2 wounds, and instead of knocking the wolf back, he gets knocked back. So, ugh, that's a bad time. Uh, Man, I thought he was charging in there being the hero. No, he fucking got his nuts ripped off. Ouch. All right. Well, now it's the wolf's turn. Thankfully, he's tired, though, because he's already been in a combat. So he's going to charge in, and now he's hitting on 6s. So it's going to be 6 attacks on 6s. Thankfully, he's tired because he rolled 4 5s, which would have been terrible, but thankfully he can't roll a single 6. All right, my guy's going to hit back. On a 3, he does not. Okay. So my guy's gonna get knocked back again. Oof. Okay. That could have gone better. Um, hmm. Do I want to send my other guy into the wolf to try to knock him out because he does 6 attacks, or do I want to send him into the zombies and try to intercept some of the zombies from our looting friend? Um. That wolf can be a really bad time. But the zombies still haven't activated yet. So if I take out the zombies, I might um get to do an extra activation of that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna charge into the zombies. Huzzah, right there. Fighting the zombie. Um our guy with his turban and shield right there. He's gonna get some zombie fight in action. So let's see what kind of abilities he has. If it's just one attack, it's gonna suck. It's just one attack. Quality 5. Oh boy. Good job, buddy. One attack, quality 5. Go into the zombie. He hits. Okay. Does the zombie eat it? Yes. You're gone. Okay. So, other zombies, because they were still in combat, they still get to hit back though. So I believe the zombies are 1 attack each. Oh wow, they're actually 2 attacks each. Okay, quality 6. Wow, they're just better than my knights. Okay. 2 hits. Does my guy save him on 5 ups? He does not. He takes 2 damage and gets pushed back. Oh, okay. Ow. I see now why mooks are not the best thing in Grimdark Fantasy Quest. Which, by the way, they're not in the normal rules. This is just me. I wanted some like soldier kind. I didn't want like just all pure heroes. I kind of wanted it more like Frostgrave, to be honest, where you have like a party of dudes, and they're all not like special, right? You have your one or two kind of special people, and that's it. So okay, so that could have gone better. Now the zombies get to attack, so they're gonna move up and they're gonna charge my homie right here. We're gonna say he has 9 wounds because I think he's gonna need it. There he goes. And he's gonna take 4 attacks. Quality 6. He takes 1 hit. Does he save it? He does. Okay. And he's not gonna strike back because he's not really a melee guy. So he's gonna just get moved back. He's just essentially a walking wound counter, basically. Okay, over to me. Hmm. We'll go over here to Miss Archer and her bow of bonus. Wait, I gotta go this way. All right. So there she is. I'm gonna take a shot at them. 1 shot, hitting on 5s. She makes it. Did they save it on a 6? Nope. Blech. Picking them down slowly. Alright, now those zombies get to go. They're going to charge her. She, I believe, is within 8, so they are going to be able to reach her. Yep, she is within 8. And that's 12 minus 4 because they're slow. 2 attacks going into her. 1 hits. Does she save it on a 5-up? She does. She's going to attack back. I believe she has a hand weapon with 1 attack. Yeah, she's got a hand weapon with 1 attack. She's going to attack back on a 5 and do nothing. Okay. She'll get pushed back. All right. Well, that is almost round 2. What we have left is my character here, the actual hero, who really hasn't done a whole lot, but let's see, what can he do? Um, so he's gonna get 2 tokens, so I can actually go ahead and do something called Leech, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we are, let's see, Deadly 3. Okay, what is Deadly 3? I'll have to look that up. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna move over here, and we're gonna cast a magic spell. We're gonna use up all of our points, and we're going to hit the wolf with Leech. So this is going to be a 5-up quality. We get a 6. And this is going to be 1 hit with AP 2 and Deadly 3. And I need to look up what Deadly 3 is. Deadly 3. Deadly. Assign each wound to 1 model and multiply it by X. Hits from Deadly must be restored first. These wounds don't carry over to other models if the original target is killed. Okay, so it just is extra damage, basically. Okay, so let's see. Does Mr. Wolf save it? He does not. So he's actually going to take 3 points of damage. So he gone. All right. Ow. Uh, yeah. So two of my homies are messed up, but we got rid of the wolf at least, so that's good. I used to make them for my local game store, but I moved away. So I guess it's just hobby now. Not much gaming where I live now. Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing. Um, yeah, even if there is a lot of gaming, like it can be hard too, because like it can be hard to find people playing the games you want. It can be hard to find people that aren't tiring. Um, uh, or you have the social energy needed to play the game, um, interacting with your opponent and being fun and stuff like that, pretending to be a person, and then also trying to remember like the rules and stuff can be really hard. Um, but that's one of the benefits of co-op and solo game, right? It takes out the competitiveness, so that's really fun. That reduces some of the stress and the tension. And solo gaming like this is really fun because it's basically me just playing like with the stream, right? Like, just getting to like, getting to play my games like at least with made up people. You know what I mean? Um, because real people are tiring. Uh, yeah. Anyway. Um, okay. So that's gonna be the end of that round. So we're gonna have to go ahead and do a roll. I get a 2, so that means that our alertness is gonna go up by 1. I prefer to play with folks around my age. I like kids, but I like playing games with kids that aren't mine. Yeah, that's fair. It does feel weird when it's like this person's like 12 and you're like, what? It's very strange. Um, but yeah, it's either like out here in Hawaii, I know a lot of nice people in the gaming scenes. Um, but to be completely honest, lots of times they're either too emotionally draining for one reason or another, or they're way more intense about like the rules and stuff than I am. Because I'm just like, I don't know. Like I'm very chill about the rules and stuff, right? Like to me, this is an excuse to like play with my toys. You know what I mean? It's not like you know you're gonna become the Warhammer 40,000. You know what I mean? Like that's just not who I am. So um, I like to have kind of like more of a chill kind of fun time, which is why actually doing it with the stream is really fun for me, right? It's why I've kind of been gravitating towards stuff that's a little easier to stream. That's why I really like this Dungeons and Lasers terrain. I think it works really good for streaming. You can see down in it nice and easy and stuff like that. I don't have the cameras um, uh, perfectly set up yet. Obviously, because I had to redo my whole setup, but I can actually get back to streaming games, and that's really nice. Okay, so we're going into turn 3. What do we have going on? Oh, we forgot to see if our buddy looted and where he moved. So let's see if he loots first off. He does not. Let's see where he moves. Okay, man, you can't go any further that way. That's not allowed, bro. It's like blocked. There's enemies there. You can't go that way. This guy just has like a death wish. Okay. Well, we are off into this turn then. So, um, hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna take Mr. Turban, and he's gonna charge into the zombies here. He only has 1 wound, which is unfortunate. Um, Actually, hold on. Hold on. I don't think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to activate my mage first. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to activate my mage. He's going to go over here with his little magic spellbook. And he is going to try to use that thing that lets him hit better. What is it called? Wild form. Target 2 friendly units. Get +1 to hit rolls next time they fight in melee. Okay. Alright, so we're going to pick our 2 buddies here. Alright. And want to 5 up. We don't get it. Okay. It's the end of his turn. Now it's a zombie turn. The guy that's closest is the loot guy, so the zombies are going to try fighting him. 4 attacks from the zombies, hitting on 6s. 1 hit. So the guy save it on a 5. He does not. Alright. Our loot boy is taking a wound. Okay. We're down here in the spooky undead cavern, and our homie is getting chewed up. Alright, we're going to say he's on 2 wounds. We're going to say he normally has 3. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, that's what we're going to do right there. Okay. Well, on that note, I'm... they're not much of a threat anymore. So what I should do is I will move the archer. I will back her up. Bonk. Is she? That's the guy she's fighting. Let's spin around so we can see her too. Can we not? Is she perfectly out of line of the camera? She is. Alright, we'll go to the other one. That's our combat there. Where's our lady? Okay, there she is, up in the corner. Alright. She's going to shoot down on our boy here. 1 shot, hitting on 5s. She gets a 6. Does he save it on a 6? No. Alright. So she's 3 for 3 shots on 5s. That's pretty freaking great. I'm not going to lie. Now, that does mean all the enemies have gone. So my guys get to basically just pile in now and see if they can clean this up. So move it in. 1 hit. Hitting on a 5. Misses. Zombie 2 hits. Hitting on 6s. Misses both. Boop. Axe guy. Piling in. We'll put the loot dice out there so it's out of the way. Piling in. 1 hit. AP2. Hitting on 5s. Rolls a 2. Gets hit twice. Hitting on 6s. Get hit. Actually, should be getting hit 4 times. Doesn't matter. Only 2 of them hit. All right, 2 hit. Saving them on 5s. Oh wait, no. He's actually 4-ups. Shit, I forgot to see what weapon he has. Or I forgot to see if it was a 4-up. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Saving on 4-ups. He rolls snake eyes. Ripperoni. Bleh. There's our first ally down. Munched down by the hostiles. So be it. So be it. Munched on down. Okay, well that's actually gonna be that turn, so let's see if our buddy rolls and loots a dice. He does not. Where does he go next? He stays where he is. Okay. Alright, what does the alert go up by? Alert goes up by 1. Okay. Let's see. That's destroyed. The zombies and wolves destroyed. Okay. Into turn 4 then. Hmm. Alright. Well, we're gonna have Archer Lady move down and join the party. She's gonna come down here and she's gonna shoot into those zombies. One shot, hitting on fives. She rolls a one. So she's definitely not doing that this time. Um, okay, so zombies, they're gonna attack our loot guy again. So we're looking at 4 attacks, hitting on sixes. One hit. Does it go through on a 5? Guy blocks it. Okay. They get bounced back again a little bit. Hey. Ooh, thank you. Um, well, that's unfortunate AF. Uh, I'm hesitant to have this guy go in, but he's gonna try it. He's gonna try to go in. He's gonna fight. One attack, hitting on fives. Gets a 6. Zombie save it. On a 6, they do. God damn it. 4 ups, or 4 attacks, hitting on sixes. 1 incoming. Does he save it on a 5? He does not. He does not. Man, these zombies are just munching everybody. Okay. That's could be going better. That could certainly be going better. That's like zombie chew town down there. Um well, all that's left is my mage. So I think he actually has a hand weapon. I might actually try to stab the freaking zombies. He does. He has a hand weapon. Alright, you know what? We're gonna go in. We're gonna charge these motherfuckers, and we're gonna try stabbing them with his little dagger, which is 3 attacks, hitting on fives. None of them hit. 4 attacks, hitting on sixes. None of them hit back. Okay, he's gonna get knocked back. And then he's gonna use his skill action to see if he can pull up any loot on a 6. He rolls a 3. Well, poopy. Most of my team is dead. And these 2 zombies are not dying for anything. But it's the end of that turn. Does our loot buddy pull up any loot? Does not. What is the alertness go up by? Goes up by 1. Okay. Our alert level is creeping up. Okay. Over into turn 5 now. Yeah, I think we'll shoot with the archer lady. 1 shot, hit on 5s. She rolls a 2. Doesn't matter. Okay, zombies are going to move up. They're going to attack our loot boy again. 4 attacks. 1 hit. 1 hit. Does he save it on a 5? Does not. Ouch. Ouchie, ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. Thank you. 3 attacks. None of them hit. 4 attacks hitting me back. None of them hit. Okay. I guess I'm going to try looting again. I'm going to 6 up. Nope. Crap. My 2 guys that were good at looting are dead. And these 2 zombies will not die. Okay, well, we're into the next round. Lurk goes up by 1. 1 more round and we start getting more enemies. Oh, does the guy loot? He does not. Where does he go? This way apparently, so I guess he can fit around the zombies? He can. He'll take his one wound with him and walk away from the zombies, so I guess that's good. Um, hmm. You know what? We're gonna take my mage and we're gonna charge over here to try to get close to our homie. We're gonna do 3 attacks with the dagger. 1 hit. Okay. Does it get saved? It does not. Okay, good. That means 2 attacks back. Neither of which hit. My guy's too far away to loot. However, he has 3 spell tokens now, or he should. I've been forgetting to put them on him. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna eat one of them, and I'm gonna try to fireball this stupid zombie. On a 1, I'm definitely not fireballing the stupid zombie. Okay. Ouch. Well, it means it's the zombie's turn. He's gonna charge in. 2 attacks hitting on 6s. 1 hit. So my guy's saving on a 5. He does not, so he's gonna take 1 wound. Then my guy's gonna attack back. 3 attacks hitting on 6s. None of which hit. He's gonna get knocked back. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Having a bad time, these guys are. With like 2 zombies. They killed like the zombie wolf and the other zombies, no problem. This one zombie has just been a nightmare. Alright, we're gonna try to shoot it in the back with an arrow. 1 hit. Rolls a 1, doesn't matter. Poop. Okay, well that's gonna give us at least 6 alert. Yep, 6 alert. And we're gonna generate a wave. We're actually gonna generate 2 waves. Wow, just one spawns me spawn a shit ton more zombies. Okay. Alright. So we've got 2 doors on the board. Which door are we gonna go into? We've got one over here on this side. Over here. And we've got one over here. So first group, 3 up, they come in. Ah, 1, 2, 3, they come in on the close side. 4, 5, 6, they come in on the far side. All right, they go on the far side. Second group, also far side. Okay. The zombies are just pouring out of this door. I guess we have disturbed them. Really, I kind of set this up to play with ghouls. That's why I've got like all like the goblin pieces kind of painted up already, but it works for zombies too. This could be some kind of underground barrow kind of thing. All right, 2 zombie units coming in. All right. Uh, hmm. Well, I'm gonna have our archer here attack that. On a 5 up. Does she hit? Let's see. She does not. Cool. Well, zombie's gonna charge my guy. 2 attacks. Hit on 6s. Neither which hit. My guy hitting on 5s. 2 which hit. So zombie save them on 6s. He does not. Zombie is finally gone. Okay. We've gone through 6 zombies and 1 wolf. Okay. Let's see. There's zombies over in that corner. I think we will try to Ignore them as best we can. So what we're going to do is we're going to... I think there's an action called Focus, which I think gives you +1 to skill checks. Let me double check that. I'm pretty sure there is. Rush, advance, haro, charge. No, there's not. Damn it, I thought there was. Oh, my guy's, while he's searching and failing. Oh, wait, no, it's not a hero skill. Okay. He would have taken a stress for that failed cast, though. Oh well. We'll just ignore stress for this time. But usually what you can do is take additional stress and it lets you do extra actions and stuff. But we'll kind of just, we'll ignore stress for this time. We'll do it next time. Since we're getting back to the rules. So I guess all my guy's going to do is he's going to try to help this guy loot. On a 6 he does. So that's good. Um, and then all the zombies, they're just going to kind of shuffle, to be honest. We'll have some go this way. Or we'll roll to see which one goes which way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the far side. Okay, and the second group. Alright, they're all coming this way. 4 inches. They are coming as one giant mass of 12 wound nightmare. Ouch. That's going to be a bad time. That is what that is. I think we will be using our druid trap next turn. Okay, does our buddy loot? He does not. Where does he go? Let's see. He goes back this way. He goes towards the zombies, because of course he does. Of course he does. Shit. That's a bad time. Okay, well, what's the stress level go up? Goes up 2. Okay. Uh, I say if we can get to three loot tokens, we call it a victory. And get the hell out of here. Says he's on 1 wound. uh, okay. Well, um, let's go look at that druidic trap thing, because I think that's pretty neat. Okay, so this actually isn't a skill. He can do skills in addition to this. Okay. Okay. So we're going to try a couple of things. So he's going to get 3 markers. And what we're going to do is we're going to move and then cast a spell. So we're going to move right there. And we are going to cast Blood Hex. Huzzah! On those zombies. So this is 2 hits. First we need to see if the spell works. So we're looking quality 5 up. We got a 3. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. Okay, we're not doing Blood Hex then. Alright, so we're going to do the dangerous terrain thing. So that means the area around him is now dangerous terrain. So 3 inches out, which is about right here. So when people move into it, it counts as dangerous terrain. And we're going to really, really, really hope that's enough. Yeah. So our friend the archer, whoosh, whoosh. There she is. She's gonna move up and try to help our buddy search. She's searching on a 6. She rolled a 1. She can't find shit. Okay. Um, Poopy. And now I guess it's zombie time. Alright, well, they're going to move into dangerous terrain. Let's see what dangerous terrain does. I don't remember. Models moving across dangerous terrain or that activate in it must roll 1 die. And for each roll of 1, the unit takes a wound. Okay. Well, they're all just going to charge my guy. So, zoom, zoom, zoom. And then I need 3 dice. Come on, ones. I need you. I need you, ones. Come on. Got 1-1. All right. You dead. So that's going to be, at least that was useful. So it's going to be 4 attacks. 1 hit. Okay, is my guy saving on a 5-up? He does not. He's going to attack back 3 times. He hits 1 time. Does the zombie saving on a 6? He does not. Guy takes 2 wounds. Or he's up to down 2 wounds. Okay. Well, the other group of zombies is going to do the same exact thing. Yeah. Oof. Big tired. Big tired. All right. Same zombies. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. All those zombies can't get in there though. So we're gonna. They all had to move through the shit, but they all can't get to my guy. So none of them take damage, but my guy's going to take 2 attacks from that first one, neither which hit. He's going to hit it back. 1 hits. Zombie save it. No, wouldn't have hit because my guy's tired. So, wouldn't have hit. Okay, and I was going to get knocked back again. Alright, so that's the end of that round. Let's see, do we go up again? We go up by another 2. Oh, okay. Alright, we are almost ready to spawn more soldiers again, which is really bad. Really, really bad. Does the guy at least loot anything? No. Which direction does he go? Survey says probably towards the enemies. Yes. He goes towards the enemies. Awesome. 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 Good times. I think this loot guy is just suicidal. That's all I can think. And also, I think my dangerous terrain clears now, unfortunately. I think it's a 1-turn kind of thing. Okay, well, over to my turn. Well, I'm going to use my guy's 1 spell point. He would have, he should be on 2 right now, so I'm going to use 1 of them. And I'm going to cast Fireball on this guy, on the lone zombie. So 1 attack on a 1, it doesn't matter. Okay, and after that, he's going to charge into the group of 3 zombies. Hit. But the guy saves it. So the guy's going to attack back. No witch hit. Ugh, dude. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Okay. Well, it's zombie time. Lone zombie's going to charge into our Sherpa and do nothing. And the Sherpa never attacks back, so he's just going to get moved away. I guess Archer will move over here. And I guess she is going to shoot into them, I guess. Yeah, she'll shoot into the big clump, I guess. One shot hitting on 5s. Oh, she hits. He doesn't save it. That's one dead zombie at least. Okay. Last stop, we've got this other group of zombies. They're going to charge in. They legitimately might kill my Sherpa now. Thankfully, only one of them can get in. So 2 attacks, hitting on 6s. It hits. Does it get saved on a 5? It does. Okay. They get shuffled back. This is a nasty corner, man. This terrain is very prone to like clumping up in corners and stuff. It's kind of cool. I think you can make it less claustrophobic if you use double lanes, like I did kind of here. But I think the claustrophobia thing is, I think it's kind of cool for it being so tight, right? Because like the most you can fit down this is like a 40, maybe a 50. Um, that's kind of cool, to be honest. It definitely means that like it gets kind of sticky. That's neat. Um, okay. Well, I think that's the end of that round. Rounds are going super quick. All right, it's gonna go up by 1. Does our guy loot anything? He does not. There's nowhere for him to go, so it doesn't matter. And that leads it over to us. You know what? I'm just going to kind of do the same thing again. I'm going to fireball the far guy. We get it. 1 hit. Does the guy save it? He does not. Finally hit with the goddamn fireball after like 4 times. And then I'm going to move in. I'm going to try stabbing these people. I'm going to try to stab these fools. 1 hit. Does it get saved? It does. Alright, they're going to attack back. 1 hit. Does not get saved. Man, they've taken 3 chunks out of my dude. Well, they're going to charge in, and now because their one buddy's dead, they can actually all fit around the Sherpa. One hit. It gets saved, thankfully. Okay. Archer's going to shoot. Not with a 2, she's not. Oof, okay. Well, it puts us in the next round, which means we're getting more enemies. Either way, yeah. Which, you guessed it, more zombies. What door do they come in? Far door or the close door? They come in. I forgot to say which one is which. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3 is over there. Okay, they come in over here. 3 more zombies. Man, there must have been a lot of dead people in this one hole here. Must be like a giant like mass grave kind of thing. All right. We really need to just loot so we can get the hell out of here. Oh, does the guy loot? We forgot to say. He does not. Okay. We're not going to cast any spells this time. We're just going to go in and try to stab these. 3 attacks. 1 hit. Does it get saved? No. Alright, so it would be 2 attacks back. Neither which hit. Okay. And then we're going to try to help this guy loot, because we just really need to get that extra piece of loot and get the hell out of here. Yes! Okay. That gives us 3 loot. We are just moving the hell out of here. So Archer is going to haul her ass. Oh, Oh, maybe she should kill that zombie so he doesn't try to kill our homie. Because he will. Alright, she's got to try to kill the zombie. 5 up. Alright, she hits. Does it kill it? Or, yeah, it does. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, these zombies are just going to shuffle their 4. Like that. Now they're kind of in line of sight, so. Let's see, what else? That would be both their movement. Okay, and then we'll just go into the next turn. This won't be long enough to summon ads again, so. Okay, so going to go ahead in the next turn, and Archer, hauling her ass out. She's gone, she's safe. These zombies, they can make an 8-inch charge, so they are going to. They're going to charge into my guy at their 8 inches there. 6 attacks, 6 attacks. 2 hits. Does my guy save them? No. He hits back. 1 hit. It gets saved. Ugh. Alright, so he would take 5 wounds. Okay. But yeah, he needs to haul ass as well. So we are again looking for 12 inches. But he can't quite make 12 inches. Or he can, but the Sherpa can't. So he's going to stay here to keep himself between him and the Sherpa. And the Sherpa is going to go as far as he can. So zombies are going to get basically one more round. All right. Then we're going to go to the next round. We would have gotten 2, so we would be up to 3 points, but we're not going to make it that long. And my guy would be up to 3 magic points. Poopy, poopy, poopy. Can those zombies make 8 inches? Yes. Yes, they can. So we're going to have to do one more round. Oh, I guess my guy gets to go first. Can they make it to the Sherpa with 8 inches? No. No, they can't. Okay. Alright, we're just going to get the fuck out. They're going to move their 8. He's going to get the fuck out. Oof. Sorry, the escape was not on camera. We were escaping out this corner up here. I apologize. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Fantasy Quest is basically just Star Quest, but in space, or in not space. So that's pretty good. Star Quest is just fantastic as always. Having the mooks is very hard. I think having one hero kind of confused the game because it kept just spawning the lowest enemies possible. So I think I should definitely run 2 heroes and maybe a couple of mooks. And I have to figure out how I want the mooks to behave, because what I was doing sometimes is I was giving them a skill action sometimes, and sometimes I wasn't. And I need to not do that. I need to decide if I want them to have skills all the time or skills not all the time. So I'll have to think about that. But the idea of having like a little bit larger force that's a little weaker, I think is kind of interesting. But I think I definitely need another character for sure. Maybe some kind of like apprentice to go with the guy. I think would be pretty good. Right? Because I'm kind of trying to do Frostgrave, but with like 1-page rules kind of stuff, because I really like the quest system that they have. I think it's really neat. Yeah. And this train, I fucking love this train. This is fantastic. Super super cool. Uh, very claustrophobic, very like tight for all the battles and stuff. I think that's really neat. Yeah, I think I could build a layout that would work a little bit better on the camera. kind of if I stay a little bit more away from the edges, I think it would work better. But yeah, very, very fun, very cool stuff. Um, yeah, that was really good. Good times. Um, Tiring because getting everything set up was tiring, and then streaming and gaming was also tiring. So I am beat like a motherfucker now, but very cool nonetheless. All right, so let's do. You know what? We might actually not. Yeah, you know what? My guy got through it. We'll do the fantasy quest stuff. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay. Um, we'll go ahead and we'll say we completed the mission. Uh, so I'm gonna say this is like the end of a campaign and like the start of a. We'll do a start of a new one next time. So we're not gonna carry the wounds over. Normally, your guy heals an X amount of wounds. I also forgot to do stress, which would have been very helpful, but we'll um, we'll do that all next time. Okay. I think let's check the campaign rules real quick. All right. Oh, they actually have this calculation and stuff in here now. That's cool. That's nice because that means you could play this completely without the PC stuff. This one thing here was the only thing that was missing. That's really neat, actually. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to put out loot tokens too. Damn it. Oh well. Next time. Next time, next time. Alright, when we complete a mission, what do we get? Uh, 5 gold times the chosen difficulty. As much XP as the chosen difficulty. Um, much XP is the chosen. Okay, so we'll say we give 5 gold and 2 XP. Okay. Alright, there we go. That was back playing a tabletop game, which is very nice. Have not played one in a while, so that's really good. Streaming setup is nice. It should be easy to use now. I'll get the camera positioning kind of sorted a little more next time. And yeah, it should be good. Definitely very cool. It's nice to be able to play games again because I have not been able to for a while. So that's really cool. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call it there because I am tired AF, and that was an hour and a half, even with missing half the rules. Not that those rules add a lot more time; they actually make things easier, but you know, yeah, very cool nonetheless. Um, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you